The NFL offseason is officially here. The league year is about a month away from starting. The combine is coming up, the draft, all of that stuff. So let's talk about John Dorsey's priorities, his number one priority from each of us. I'm going to start us off, and I'm going to say the pass rush. Get after the quarterback. We saw it again in the Super Bowl. Get after the quarterback. Myles Garrett was excellent this year, but the Browns didn't really have a second pass rusher. Larry Ogunjobi showed some flashes inside. Emmanuel Ogbah didn't really deliver on what they wanted him to deliver on. This is a big year coming up for him. They added a guy like Chris Smith to help them off the bench, but they need a real pass rusher on the other side for Myles Garrett. That's what I'm going with as his biggest priority.
Well, and you know what? I did run into Clyde Simmons at the Senior Bowl. He is the Browns' former defensive line coach. He also said that he wants to see more nastiness out of Myles Garrett. So any way you slice it, they do need more of a pass rush. I would say wide receiver for the number one priority in the offseason. Now, they've got Brashard Perriman is set to become a free agent. Rashard Higgins can become a restricted free agent, but I'm going big. I've said this a number of times before. I'm going to say it again. I would be trying to trade for Odell Beckham Jr. I would definitely toss my hat into the ring for that again. Of course, you can try to get Antonio Brown. That's not going to work. They're not going to trade him to the Cleveland Browns, but I would go after an Odell Beckham Jr.
You know, I mentioned this in a story I put up that LA traded a first-round pick for Brandon Cooks. Even the Patriots, they made a trade to bring in Josh Gordon. So these teams with good quarterbacks, Sammy Watkins was a big signing for the Chiefs. They're trying to upgrade that receiving corps, Scott.
I'm going to stay on the offensive side. I'm going to say left tackle. I know Greg Robinson got a lot of fans over the last half of the season because Baker wasn't touched that much. I look at that kind of the way I look at Greg Williams' second half of the season overall. I think they can do better. I think they can't go into the season with the same plan they had this past year. It was kind of just scattered, and who do we get? And they were talking about Plan Z and Joel Bitonio. I think you re-sign Greg Robinson, you bring him back, but I think you got to have better competition going into training camp.
All right, so left tackle, wide receiver, pass rush. You tell us down in the comments what's the biggest need for the Browns this offseason.